was recently at an event. It was a 4-day event, a mastermind called Experts Academy. It was amazing. I have been in the presence of greatness, okay? I spent time learning and absorbing everything and got the opportunity to spend time with a gentleman by the name of Brendon Burchard. Now, this is a gentleman, if you haven't heard from him or you don't know who he is one of the top personal development coaches. He talks about performing at your peak, at your height, and just being able to go to the next level in your life and in your business. And I don't know about you, those are certainly things that I want to have in my life. I hope you do as well. If you do, drop a yes in the comment section. So at this event, it was amazing. So people came in literally from all over the world. I have pages and pages of notes. This is my notebook. Can you believe it? It was wild. It was crazy. We went through so many different things. And, you know, I really wanted to think about what would be some of the top things that I could share with you that could add some value to your life, that could change the caliber of your thinking, that could help you go from where you're at right now to where you want to go in the future. And so out of this entire book, I had to come up and narrow it down a little bit. I came up with 3 things that I would say are the biggest takeaways, the biggest things that, you know, we can use and apply right now that will help us move forward. So I hope you're ready for it. If you are, drop a 1 in the comment section. And if you're with me live, drop a live. If you're watching this and this is replay, you can go ahead and put replay in the comment section. So out of everything we took in, you know, there's tactical stuff that's like the nitty gritty of like how you do this or how you do that. And then there's philosophy or concepts or ideas, kind of like a bigger way of thinking about it. You know what I'm talking about? We got tactics and we have, you know, principles, shall we call it. And what's interesting is that the tactics, they may come, they may go, they may change, but the principles, the philosophy, the way of thinking about something, number 1, that's usually our biggest holdup. And number 2, it's really the point that matters. You know, I don't know where you're coming in from. I don't know if you're day 1 getting started in your business, or maybe you've been building for 3 months or 6 months. Maybe you're a veteran network marketer and you're out there crushing it in your business. Whatever the case may be, we're going to talk about some things that you can use and you can apply. So feel free to share. Feel free to get your team on with us. You can tag them or you can hit the share button in the bottom and they can jump on with us as well. So the first big takeaway that I got from this 4-day intensive, out of everything we took away, here's this one thing. And it's a fundamental principle that I think so many people overlook. And here's what it is. You have got to nail the fundamentals. You have to master the basics. You have to get down and dirty. You got to get jiggy with the core things that make you money, the core things that put your business to the next level, the basics. And I know everyone wants to get fancy dancy with stuff, or we want to learn this thing over here, we want to do this, or we want to do that. So many times we get caught up in shiny object syndrome. Like we get stuck chasing the squirrels, right? Like we want to do this thing here and we're moving for it and we're moving for it, but maybe it's not going as fast as we like. And so we see this thing over here and then we get distracted, right? We get sidetracked. We kind of like, our mind starts to wander. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do I have anybody else that's ever felt like that? If you have, drop a 2 in the comment section. Wandering minds, yes. And so nailing the fundamentals without chasing the squirrels, without getting away with stuff. You know, it's funny because years ago, when I first met my husband, I actually met him salsa dancing. And as you can see, that is not part of my culture based on the color of my skin, right? I'm Polish. We don't salsa dance. But I always felt like I should have popped out Latin. I always felt like I love the Latin culture. I love salsa ever since I was a little girl, right? I always was really, really fascinated with it. And I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe I have 2 left feet, maybe not, but I want to learn this. I think it would be fun. I think it would be exciting. I think it would be, you know, I don't know, just a great skill to have and just something fun to do, right? So here I am. I think I was, oh goodness, maybe like 18 years old, right? And I kind of grew up dancing. So you know, I knew how to dance other things, but salsa was something different. And so, you know, I go to, there was this ballroom where they had dancing, and I wasn't quite old enough to get into the clubs yet, but I did know, you know, I knew how amazing salsa could look, like super, I don't know, passionate and exciting and full of life and just really vivacious, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? If you like salsa, drop that salsa in the comment section. And so I wanted to learn it. And I got in and I first started taking classes and I started learning. And, you know, before you know it, I was like, forget this. Like, I want to learn like the dips, and I want to learn like the wild stuff, and I want to learn the arm, you know, the hand gestures and the little things that make you look like really spectacular on the dance floor, right? But no, my wise teacher, his name was Mario. He's like, the fundamentals. We must master the basics. We have to do the basics. Now, I hope you're ready for some fun. All right, so let me scoot this chair over. When I first got started, here, let's see if we can see this. All right, so when I first got started, this was like, you know, how white people dance salsa, right? They go like, okay, this is how they dance. Okay, and what I learned over mastering the basics is that is not how salsa is supposed to look, okay? Salsa is supposed to come, you know, effortlessly. It's supposed to come naturally. It's supposed to come like, I don't know, like bubble up out of inside of you. It's supposed to go with the music, not be like very robotic, right? And so I decided that yes, I want to learn foot patterns, and yes, I want to learn dips, and yes, I want to learn all the cool, you know, arm movements and all that kind of jazz. But if I didn't have the basics down, you can do all that other stuff, but you're still gonna kind of look like a beginner. Like, it's still not gonna look that great. And so over time, I decided, hey, you know what? I will go ahead and master this so that I can go on the club and start to dance good, right? And so that's what happened. And you know what? It's funny because this principle, it applies to obviously dancing, it applies to martial arts, it applies to anything you do in life. And it most definitely 100% applies to our business, right? Because when we get in, we get going, it's easy to have that shiny object syndrome. It's easy to want to do this thing over here or get sidetracked with one thing or another. But the truth of the matter is that is not going to be the thing that pushes the envelope for us, right? It's how do we get good at contacting? How do we get good at showing the plan? How do we get good at launching our new people? It's like a couple of core things that if we can just really dial in on them. You know, don't look at the squirrels, don't look at other businesses, don't get sidetracked with this, that, or the other, just the fundamentals. And when you think about the fundamentals in your business, it's like at the end of the day, if we strip everything else away, they're the things that produce results. They're the things that put new people in your team. They're the things that put points on the scoreboard. They're the things that earn you bonus checks. They're the things that push the envelope. And so mastering the fundamentals is essential. So that was one big takeaway. And maybe that was for you, or maybe it's for somebody that you know. If you know somebody that's always on the idea of the week or the idea of the month, we live in a society where we're constantly bombarded with stuff. Like, we have to have tunnel vision if we want to succeed in our business. Are you with me? It's true. It is so very, very true. So that was the first big takeaway, and I hope that's something that you can relate to, and I hope that's something that you can take and internalize in your life, because if we always get sidetracked on all this other stuff, we don't do the major things that gets the job done in our business. So that was number one. Number two, you have to be okay with messing it up. You know, network marketing is kind of a messy business. And what do I mean by that? Like, you can't be a perfectionist and win. You can't expect that the first time you prospect, the first time you show a presentation, the first time you do a three-way call, or you're doing a three-way message on your phone and you're on Facebook, the first time, it's okay for it to be messy. It's okay for it to not be perfect. And here's one of the things that happens a lot of times for people that are perfectionists, or they want to please everybody, right? They want everything to be amazing, is that we want it to be so great that we never take the first step. And, to perfect something, this is something that I learned as well, to perfect something, you must have the first version. So what does that mean? That means if you want to be really awesome at something, you have to throw something out there into the marketplace first. That's your raw materials. Man, I talked to this person and yeah, I kind of messed it up, right? But how can we perfect the process? How can we get better? Thinking about, John Maxwell always talks about in his 15 irrefutable laws for growth, right? He talks about how learning from what happens, the law of the mirror, right? Had the honor and privilege of working with John Maxwell on the first ever network marketing specific 15 laws series. And that was the law that I did, the law of the mirror, right? And so looking at ourselves and thinking how can we learn from this? The law of reflection, that was another one as well. How can we learn from this? How can we grow? And so if we're so concerned with failing or what other people are going to think, or, we have all these thoughts in our mind that are bombarding us, then we're not ever going to get off go. So I give you permission right now. You have been granted permission to do it messy, but just do it, right? Massive actions, not perfect action. That's what my husband always says, right? You don't have to be perfect. Just get out there and get it done. Start putting something out into the marketplace. The marketplace will give you feedback. We don't have any other business like our business where the marketplace, they'll tell you, if you're not doing it right, you will get instantaneous feedback, right? You'll know. And maybe you've had that experience. I know I have. If you have, put in the comment section. So that is another one. Okay, now the last part, here's what it is. Again, another concept, another philosophy. And maybe this is something that you've been dealing with. Here's what we found, and here's what I discovered at the weekend, is that what holds people back is not how to. What holds people back is not the how-tos. You could go right now on Google, on YouTube, on any website out there and look for whatever you have a problem with, right? If you're in network marketing, it's how to prospect, prospecting script, what to say when you talk to people. If you want to lose weight, how to lose weight. There's 10,000 pages that will tell you that, right? How to is not the issue. It's our mindset around what we want to do. What I learned this weekend, and it was interesting, is sometimes you know more than you think you know. I know that sounds strange, but sometimes inherently God has put certain things inside of us that say hey, if you want to grow your business, you got to talk to more people. It's kind of inherently you know that. But when it's time to perform the doing of it, there's a disconnect, right? And so what I would encourage you is that if you kind of step back and you look at your life, you look at your business, you look at your relationships, you look at your health, you look at the key things that are important to you, right? When you look at those things and you think about hey, this is where I'm at. Here we are. We're kind of coming to the end of the year, right? This is where I'm at. What did I want for this year? What can I still accomplish in the time that we have left? Can I just power it out and make a shift? Draw that line in the sand, the line of demarcation, right? From where we have been to where we are going. But it starts with how we think about it. How we think about it is going to make the difference whether when we finish this training, when we finish this live, that we go do something with it or we just stay, right? We just stay where we're at. And so just a little food for thought. Just a little food for thought. I just want to share with you that I believe in you. That I know that no matter where you're at, if you came into the business and you were hey, I've never done business before, I'm a nurse, or I'm a stay-at-home mom, or, I'm a teacher, right? I've never done business before. This is all new. First and foremost, you have people all around you that will help you. I will help you. I'll be here with training and all kinds of things. All kinds of things that we'll do to help you move to the next level. But you probably have some amazing leadership that are there to speak into your life. You might have some family around you that are there to support you. You got this. Even if you've never done anything like this before, you can do this. You know, another thing that I learned, which wasn't on the list, but another thing is that like everything is trainable. Like you have to believe in your ability to figure things out. You have to believe that inherently God has gifted you wisdom. He's gifted you discernment. He's gifted you a mind that can work and think. And like if you're here and you're still breathing, it's because he has a plan and a purpose for your life. Like there's a mission that you have yet to fulfill. And so it's up to you to kind of figure it out. Like what's going to fire you up to push you forward? Who can you be doing your business for other than yourself? Like, what's your higher calling? What's your higher purpose? Who is counting on you, right? Like all these things, kind of like take it in and just think about it. It's not necessarily the how-tos, but a lot of times it's the other stuff. Maybe it's, you know, not dealing with an area of forgiveness. You know, maybe we're not forgiving ourselves for something. Maybe we feel like we messed up in an area and that one thing is holding us back, and just learning to release it and let it go. Like, I've messed up so many times in my life. Like, shoot, just coming on, it was a huge mess up, right? We had all kind of technical problems. It's okay to mess it up, but get out there and swing the bat. Get out there and do your thing. It's okay if everything doesn't go perfectly. It's okay if you do an event and you're like, I forgot my spouse's name. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. In the big scheme of things, when you look back a year from now or 5 years from now or 10 years from now, it just doesn't matter. What matters is that you push to the finish line. What matters is that you find the thing that's inside of yourself that's worth fighting for. The dream that you have in your heart. God's given it to you. You have it there. Go get it. Put your 300 armor on. Get your chest beat on. Get your shield. Get your spear and go out there and fight for what you want. Don't let the naysayers of the world away at your dreams. Your dreams are worth it. Your family is worth it. And you, my friend, are worth it. You are worth having a life by design instead of by demand, instead of by default, instead of what your bills tell you it has to be. You are so worth it. So don't let any of the crap or the drama or the nonsense that maybe is trying to attack your mind in between your ears hold you back any longer. Decide that your time is now. Believe in yourself. You can do this. We have seen thousands of people that have come before you in this incredible profession. If they did it, and some of them started pretty rough. Like, I mean, we started pretty rough, okay? If we could do it, you can do it. You can do it. You got this thing. And if you're at a spot where you're like, all right, okay, Summer, I'm going to do this. Let's go. Then I want you to drop a go in the comment section. We're going to go for it, okay? Now, if you would like, we talked here, we're going to finish up here, but if you would like some extra things to help you get in and out of the gates quickly, to maybe help with the mindset, or maybe help with clearing out some of the other things that maybe has been an emotional block that's been holding you back, then I have something that will help you. If you click on the link that's listed here in the description, you're going to get access to a separate training. It's a special bonus training. Click on that. It's going to take you to a spot. Enter your email, and then you will get the 10-step process. Now, this is the 10 steps for, yes, getting out of your own way and finally rank advancing. Right now, we are in a season of growth. We are in a season of momentum. I hope you and your business is on fire, because that's what I'm saying at my team. So just know it's happening all around you. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of that your way. Go get yours. Go get everything that God has prepared in store for you. So that is my message to you tonight. I hope it was something that added some value. I hope it impacted you. I want to hear aha moments. So I'm not seeing any comments right now, but I look forward to connecting up with you and seeing what all you have to say. Feel free to tag your team if this is something that impacted you. Feel free to share the replay if you have a private group, or share it on your Facebook page, and definitely get that bonus training. So click on the link there, enter your email, and you'll get access to that special training. So that's it, my friends. Take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all next time. For more great training and to receive your free bonus training, the 10-step process for getting out of your own way and finally rank advancing, Visit summergeronimo.com.